Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call, please.
Bunton?
Here.
Campbell?
Here.
Dempsey?
Here.
Ford?
Control.
Ford?
Here.
Hill?
Here.
Crop? Menser?
Here. I need a motion to excuse Commissioner Kropp.
I move to excuse Commissioner Kropp.
Support.
Roll call.
Campbell?
Yes.
Dempsey?
Yes.
Ford?
Here.
Hill?
Yes.
Yes.
Menser?
Yes.
Bunton?
Yes.
Okay. All right, announcements, acknowledgements, communications reports, including quarterly department head reports this evening. But our first presentation is going to be from the Mount Clemens Beautification Committee for their Snowflake Awards. So if you will come to the mic. Talking to the mic. No, turn around. Talk to us first. And then
Learning protocol.
That's right.
My name is Kathy Rollerson, and I'm with the Mount Clemens Beautification Committee, along with Nancy Donahue, Junior Cuero, Louise Lambert, and Lisa Taylor. We're here to give out our annual Snowflake Award to families for their outside Christmas light decorations. And just as important as the meaning of Christmas itself, Christmas decorations add a spark to our hearts. We really enjoy looking at them. I know I was a little late in getting my Christmas lights out this year, and a neighbor had said to me, you know, I was wondering if you were going to put up your lights. And so, you know, we have no idea how we impact people or the influence that we have. It makes people feel good to be able to see something bright and cheery and sparkly, especially this time of year, because we all have things that we need to be lifted for a period of time. So we thank you for putting out your Christmas lights. It makes a big difference. It brings a lot of joy to people. So we all thank you. Okay, Lisa, she's going to read off the names, and then Junior's going to hand out the awards. And if you could, when your name is called, if you're here, come on up, please.
David and Susan Rang.
Oh, can you give us the streets? Do you have the streets on there? Just so that we know.
852 North Espelon. Otis and Beverly Drayton, 113 Bain. Carrie Sauer, 73 Eastman. Deliveries. Bernard and Marguerite Wellhausen, 140 Canfield.
Bernie.
Rosalie McKay, 15 Hubbard. Stephen Simone, 4079 Riverview Circle.
And who's last but not least?
And Jeffrey and Kimberly Grant, 119 Bellevue.
I'd just like to tell you some of the upcoming beautification projects that are in the works. On Thursday, March 2nd, we will help Seminole Schools celebrate Dr. Seuss Read Across America by reading to classrooms about trees. And during Michigan Arbor Week, which is April 24th through the 28th, we'll be working with Seminole's third graders on the importance of trees in our community. And on Arbor Day, the students will plant our national tree, which is the oak, in front of the school.
that it? Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And all of you that were nominated, all the Snowflake Award nominees and those who won, we want to thank you because, as Kathy said, driving around town and around the neighborhoods and seeing all those great decorations is truly appreciated. It just lightens up the whole city. And the kids love it. I know that they go around our neighborhood all the time during Christmas. We see cars driving around. So thank you so much for taking part in that. And it's great for the city to have people who care that much. So thank you so much. Even with your DTE bill going up, we appreciate it. Okay, now we have department reports and
Is Captain DeCosta here? Grab me out? Yeah, we're going to start with our quarterly department reports, and we're going to start with Captain DeCosta, who is here from the fire department. I can't see them. Just so
Good evening. Bear with me, I wrote a few statistics down so you guys would know. Currently, all our vehicles are currently in service. This quarter, we responded to 723 runs. 534 were medical related. 152 were fire runs, which include car accidents, carbon monoxide alarms, elevator rescues, automatic fire alarms, smoke scares, odor investigations, burn complaints, careless cooks, etc. 35 calls were for requests from other communities that we did assist with. For a total, last year, we ran 2,912 runs. This quarter, we did some various training. We have 2 probationary firefighters that we did a ton of training with. It also, basically on shift, and also they attended a pump operators class, which was a 5-day, 40-hour course. I myself completed a 10-day, 8-hour-a-day, 80-hour course on fire inspection. 3 personnel attended a dispatch a training course for the new dispatch system, which is not currently up and running. They're trying to get some of the bugs worked out, which was a 3 8-hour day or 24 hours each. We also did various shift trainings, including EMS, hazmat, rapid intervention, just to name a few. As you know, October is Fire Prevention Month, and we did hold our annual open house, which was a hit once again this year. That was on October 9th. Let's see. We gave various fire safety talks during Fire Prevention Month at pretty much all the elementary schools, Montessori, Seminole Academy, Prevail Academy, just to name a few of those. Of course, we did multiple fire inspections and re-inspections. It was hard to get an exact number because some of them are scheduled and some of them aren't, especially the re-inspections, because they call whenever they're ready. Next month, our department is going to host an elevator training class on February 15th. This course is open to all firefighters from other departments in the area. It is limited to 20 personnel, and the registration is through the state website called SMOKE.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next, we'll have a community development department with Director Brian Tingley.
Okay, I have some year-end 2016 statistics. There were 857 building and other trade permits issued. Nearly 1,400 new code enforcement cases were opened in 2016. There were just over 1,000 rental inspections and vacant property verifications conducted. 422 rental units received certificates of compliance. There were 50 new certificates of occupancy issued, and that includes both residential and commercial structure. And then there were the city's grass and weed cutting contractor performed 501 cuttings during the growing season. Last month, the Planning Commission approved a site plan for a new 24,000 square foot assisted living and adult care facility at 71 North Avenue. That's where the funeral home was recently demolished. We've been working with the Clinton River Watershed Council on our kayak launch project in MacArthur Park, as well as the green infrastructure planning for the downtown that they did a presentation on a few months ago. We've also been working on preparing a new Parks and Recreation plan. The Planning Commission should be seeing that for a public hearing and approval in February. And again, that makes us eligible for DNR grants. We've also been working on items for our redevelopment ready community certification. We prepared a new online guide to development, which has been posted to the city website. We've been working with the clerk's office on updating our boards and committees handbook, and we're currently at 40% certified through that project. And then our community development block grant funds, we've been working on planning for our fiscal year 2017, and then with the 2016 funding, we prepared a big bid packet along with the purchasing department for the demolition of 127 Court, 88 Gibbs, and 12 Murdoch, and that bid packet has been posted.
Thank you.
And Finance Department by Finance Director Linda Koenig.
Hello. We had a big accomplishment finishing off the 2016 fiscal year end audit. It was completed and presented to Commission by Plant Moran. And all applicable state required reports and citizen guides were posted, are available on the city's website as well as in City Hall. The assessing department held a December board of review. There were 32 properties, and they're currently conducting personal property canvass to discover new accounts, verifying existing accounts, and staff is preparing the 2017 land values for residential, commercial, and industrial properties. Assessment notices are scheduled to be mailed March 1st. There were 6,319 winter 2016 property tax bills that were mailed. We used an updated format similar to the summer format. Hopefully that's a little easier to read for residents and provides information on the backs, the reverse side of commonly asked questions. That form is also available on the city's website if someone forgot the form or lost it. And certainly if you need a copy of your tax bill, just go to the City Hall Treasurer's office here. All payments for taxes are due by February 28th. And after February 28th, payments will be made to the, starting March 1st, Macomb County Treasurer's Office. The city averaged 2,200 utility bills that were processed this past quarter. 44 properties had delinquent water tax payments or broken arrangements and were shut off. It generated $1,800 in fees in revenue to reestablish those services. The city continues to work with Macomb County to enhance the dispatch communication services. The IT fiber has been laid between the fire building and City Hall, and we anticipate this quarter, hopefully, actual connection and enhanced dispatch connection and services. Purchasing department, they wrote 7 bids on mitten cable on the city website, processed 6 insurance claims, had 240 purchase orders, 22 agenda items for commission approval, and currently all of the city buildings had an energy efficiency review, and we're hoping to bring that to commission in the coming month to review what was discovered and hopefully some steps in taking a look at all of our facilities.
Thank you.
Human Resources by Director Sarah Price.
Okay, the Human Resources Department has been very busy during the last quarter. In October, thanks to the interim city manager and the city commission, I was appointed as Human Resources Director. Also at that time, the commission approved the appointment of an assistant city manager. In addition to the above status changes, during the last 3 months, we've had 2 new full-time employees begin employment here. We've also had 2 people resign and 1 person provide their notice of retirement. The city ended the 4th quarter with 70 total employees, 60 full-time and 10 part-time. While the City Commission approved the clerical, DPW, and crew leader bargaining agreements in September, the respective changes were implemented in this most recent quarter. In addition, the firefighter collective bargaining agreement was approved in December and changes were implemented this last quarter as well. The city posted for 2 positions. The HR department successfully coordinated an open enrollment for insurance benefits with our staff and made the respective changes with regards to the change in insurance rates. We've also prepared the quarterly newsletter, the Clemens, for distribution to the residents.
In addition to just those items, just time was spent resolving employee and retiring inquiries, assisting other departments with their HR needs, working closely with the insurance agent to resolve insurance issues, and then following up on outstanding items.
Thank you. Not bad for the first time.
Lots to do. Patrick Linneberry is going to give us an update on cable.
Yeah, during this past quarter, the cable station was able to completely develop our data network, which was originally installed in 1992, so it's made it 25 years. We have now replaced it with a 1 gigabyte backbone network, so we should be set up for the next 15 to 20 years moving forward. This is part of our high definition migration plan we've been working on for the past 4 to 5 years. We've been converting the station from standard def to high definition. We've been doing it in phases, starting from the back end, working towards the front page, which eventually when Comcast, Wide Open West, and AT&T offer us in high def, you guys won't know, so we'll be right there in high def and we'll be done and ready to go. Our last phase should be taking place this summer. As long as we have the necessary funds, the last few stages will be replacing our oldest equipment, which is what you guys see at home, with high def equipment, and when that's done, the station will be completely converted from standard def to high def. So this past quarter, we were able to do the data network. Now we can move high definition video much faster than we could before, and like I said, we're set up for infrastructure for the next 25 years. So we're in good shape. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Patrick. And Jeff Wood, Public Services Director, Assistant City Manager.
The Department of Public Services' primary focus is to maintain and enhance to the best of our ability the community infrastructure, including all of the major and local streets, city parks, and municipal parking lots. The DPS also works with the other departments throughout the city by assisting in cleaning of debris from residential properties for the Community Development Department, and also assists the water and wastewater crews as requested for repairs to the city's underground infrastructure, as well as coordinating street closures for the special events throughout the city. During the last quarter, the DPS has worked through staff reorganization and has focused on the street sweeping leaf pickup program, installation and removal of the Christmas decor, snow removal, cold patching, tree trimming and removal, as well as grant review and research. We have also begun preparing budgets and organizing for the activities that will begin in the spring. We have issued 2,037 parking citations, generating approximately $102,000 in meter revenue, responded to 104 animal control complaints, held monthly safety and training meetings with all DPS staff, and supplied services to over 16,000 persons utilizing the dial ride system.
Thank you.
And Kathy Martin, Deputy City Clerk, will give an update on the clerk's office.
Well, the November 8th general election went smoothly in all of our 7 precincts. There was 60.7% total voter turnout in Mount Clemens, with 53.6% of the vote going to Donald Trump and 42.1% of the vote going to Hillary Clinton. I would like to thank all of our dedicated election workers for doing such an outstanding job during this busy election. They all provided such courteous and highly efficient service to our voters. We are now preparing for our upcoming city election on November 7th, 2017. The office of mayor for a 2-year term and 3 city commissioners for 4-year terms will be on the ballot. The candidate packets for these positions will be available on March 7th, 2017. We continue to accept applications for appointments to boards, committees, and commissions. These positions are an excellent way to give back to the community. Vacancies remain on the following boards: Beautification Advisory Committee, Board of Zoning Appeals, Brownfield Redevelopment Authority, Harbor Commission, Historical Commission, Historic District Commission, Planning Commission. And lastly, I would like to take a minute to introduce you to a new feature on the city's website that the city clerk's office has implemented in the last few months. It's called Documents on Demand, and it provides residents with the ability to view agendas, minutes, and packets and city events in a clear and concise manner. Documents on Demand is highly searchable by entering a keyword, an address, a parcel number, etc. into the search box, and you can even search past meetings and view them. You may also register for email updates to be notified whenever new items are posted. Simply log on to the city's website and click on the Documents Center icon to get started. If you have any questions about any of this, please call the city clerk's office at 469-6818, extension 3. Back to you.
Thank you. Do we have any announcements or anything?
No, I don't.
Okay. Thank you. Adoption of the agenda?
I move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Support.
Roll call.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Menser,
Yes.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Okay, public participation. This is the time you may address this body. All we ask is that you give us your name and your residential address and that you adhere to the 3-minute rule. So the mic is open for anyone who would like to come.
Ruthie Stevenson, 69 Bain Street. I had an opportunity on January the 12th to attend some of the meetings for the Parks and Recreation, development plan. Again, I would like to see more done at Shadyside Park, and I'm looking at the existing conditions and plus what the proposed changes are. And I would like to see that tennis court made available again, and if we want to have a skate park area to build something other than. Back in the days, to have a historical concept on what Shadyside was about, when Riverfront was first done, the money that was gotten to use to do the Riverfront Park came out of Shadyside monies. And eventually they say that was supposed to be put back. And I think that was about 25 years ago or something like that, 25, 30, because Bobby Hill was on the board then. And I would like to see something done. Every park in the city has been done, updated and whatever. Also back in the day, I had Ford workers as part of our community outreach program do some things in Shadyside Park, and we painted, we cut trees and did all of that. But somewhere along the line, I'd like to see some monies put back into Shadyside Park to make it viable, because you have the all these organizations going through. You'd be surprised how many people go through Shadyside Park, the bike riders, the walkers, the runners from Harrison, Clinton Township, and all around, the area. So I'd like to see something done. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Mickey Weiss, 18200 Terra Drive, Clinton Township, Mount Clemens Downtown Development Authority. I would just like to do my little infomercial on the 12th Annual Ice Carving Show in downtown on February 3rd through the 5th. We are accepting sponsorship for ice if anyone is interested. We'll have live carving going on Friday from noon to 6, Saturday noon to 4, Sunday noon to 3. We'll also have an indoor Kids Wonderland warming center with Cinderella and Friends, carnival games, puppet show, puppet making, a Candyland game, face painting, hot chocolate, popcorn, candy, and so on. That'll be located at 70 Macomb Place, and the hours for that will be Saturday from 10 to 4 and Sunday from 10 to 3. We will be having a continental breakfast again on Saturday and Sunday morning for the kids. Cereal, oatmeal, waffles, fresh fruit, bagels, muffins, juice, and so on. And that will be a $5 cost for that. I also want to remind everyone of our Fire and Ice Chili Cook-Off. That'll be on February 2nd. That's a Thursday. We have 11 different bars and restaurants involved in that. We have a Bebo, Buffalo Wild Wings, Bass City Bistro, Chantel's Jailhouse Deli, Madison's Pub, Orleans, O'Halloran's, the Rec Bowl, Three Blind Mice, and Your Mother. We start at 6:30 and run till 9:30. The cost is $15 for one, and for two is $25. The profits that we make will go to the Goodfellows and also the Anton Arts Center. So if you don't have anything to do that weekend, please come and enjoy the ice sculptures. It's always a lot of fun to watch the artists create these, and we hope that you'll come down and enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Moving along, administrative responses. Didn't have any. Approval of the minutes from previous meeting.
Move to approve the minutes of the previous meeting as presented.
Support.
Roll call.
Ford,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Menser,
Yes.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes. Okay, general business. 9A, request city commission approval of a contract extension for the downtown and park sweeping services. Need a motion?
I move to extend the sweeping contract for an additional 3 years, effective March 5th, 2017 through March 4th, 2020, to the current contractor, LK Alger DBA Champion Power Sweeping, in the amount of $31,950 per season, excuse me, for sweeping services in the downtown district and Shadyside Park.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all yours.
The city currently contracts with LK Alger, doing business as Champion Power Sweeping, for sweeping services in the downtown district as well as Shadyside Park. Champion Power Sweeping has proposed maintaining their current pricing for an additional 3 years, pending city commission approval of a 3-year contract extension. Attached is the current contract and extension agreement for your review. Administration is requesting that the current contract to LK Alger, doing business as Champion Power Sweeping, be extended for 3 years.
Questions, comments? Commissioner Menser?
I was just kind of a little confused. There's no list of the streets. It defines areas, and I was wondering what does sweeping and vacuuming entail?
It's all contained in the bid package that was initially submitted and which they were awarded. And that was back in 2012. And the bid package sets forth the areas to be done. Specifically, it's by way of example, the full widths of all sidewalks are to be swept and vacuumed, free of all leaves and debris. All gutters and curb lines must be swept and free of leaves and debris. Alley behind Cherry Street Mall, flower beds and trees, including Rotary Park, the base of the fountain and drain area, the parking lots, Roscott, New Street, and the market lots, they are to be cleaned. Shadyside Park, and then there is a frequency for all of this. And the frequency for most of it is 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And it's to be done between the hours of 5 a.m. and 9 a.m. And it's got quite a bit of detail as to what their responsibilities are. And also, this contract is terminable on 30 days' notice.
Thank you.
Yes, same price. As you can see in the amendment, this contract was amended once, and that was to reduce the price after 1 year. They agreed to reduce the price, and since then, they've not increased the price, and this calls for no increase as well.
Any other questions?
Oh, I'm good.
Is that, okay. Roll call, please.
Hill,
Yes.
Menser,
Yes.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Okay, 9B, renew video service local franchise agreements for Comcast of Mount Clemens LLC. Need a motion?
Move to approve the Comcast of Mount Clemens LLC, a Michigan limited liability company doing business as Comcast, uniform video service local franchise agreement, and authorize mayor to execute the same.
Second.
Comcast of Mount Clemens LLC, a Michigan limited liability company doing business as Comcast, has given notice to the City of Mount Clemens that it seeks renewal of its cable television franchise and has submitted the attached Uniform Video Service Local Franchise Agreement for approval. The same has been reviewed by the City Attorney, who has approved the form and substance of the agreement and advises that the Commission approve the same.
Questions, comments? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Menser,
Yes.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Okay, 9C, request approval of the allocation of community development block grant funds for fiscal year 2017. Need a motion.
Move to approve the recommended allocation of CDBG funds for fiscal year 2017.
Support.
It is estimated that the City of Mount Clemens will receive $63,343 in community development block grant funds for fiscal year 2017. A public hearing was held on January 3rd, 2017, and a work session was held prior to this meeting today, January 17th. City administration proposes the following allocation of funds, which must be spent by December 31st, 2018. The allocation would be for Shadyside Park improvements at a cost of $55,419. Minor home repair program, which is through Macomb County, for $5,000. Macomb County Warming Center, $1,564. Wigs for Kids of Michigan, $1,000. And Interfaith Volunteer Caregivers for $360.
Any questions or comments? I just want to say that this is the first year in a long time that we were able to give some money to some of the nonprofits that came before us at the last meeting. So it's a small amount, but we want to do what we can to help them because they are in need, just like everybody else is. So couldn't do all of them, unfortunately, but we were able to do a few of them, and hopefully, if things improve next year, we'll revisit, but we're taking care of some of the things at Shadyside Park that was just spoken to. And we were able to then also take care of the program that the county is now going to administer, and that is the, I can't see what the was.
Minor home repair.
The minor home repair program. So the county will be, it'll be going through the county, but we will be funding it. And that is, I guess I should probably explain it, Brian, so people will know what that is.
Sure. Now, the minor home repair program is a maximum award of $500 per household. It doesn't need to be owner occupied, and it's for things, minor repairs, electrical, plumbing, mechanical, water heater replacements, furnace replacement. And this is in addition to the counties, they have a larger rehab program as well.
So
What are
you
the
could,
stipulations for that?
It's income-based.
It's income
Yes,
based.
as well as, again, it needs to be owner occupied.
right. So there are
there-
programs out there.
Is there an income base for this?
Correct, yes, there is.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it has to be income-based. So you can contact the city, Community Development Department for further information, or you can also contact the county for information. But those programs are available out there, and a lot of people aren't aware of them. And there's also another program, Senior Chore Program, which we also contribute to, and that is for grass cutting, snow removal, and minor things on the outs,
Gutters, things like that.
and so we do have some residents who are using that program, but it is out there. So if you know of anybody that's having problems getting that done, please contact us and we'll get you in contact with the county because there are funds available. Okay. Anybody else?
Do you want a motion for the three things separately?
She read, she said as presented, so it'll be included in the motion. Anybody else? Oh, yes. Commissioner Menzel.
I want to explain my thoughts on this, because I am going to vote no on putting the CDBG money to Shadyside. I believe that we should treat all areas of the city the same. And I see that there is a need in Shadyside to have that renovations and attention paid to the park. But my focus is on infrastructure repair. And I would like to see the money spent on infrastructures, on water mains, on valve replacement, and things like that. So I just wanted to say that.
Anyone else?
I just want to comment on that as well, that the amount that we're talking about here would be less than a drop in a bucket in regards to our infrastructure, whereas it'll do a whole lot more good being placed in the community where the community can actually see it and use it. So indeed, I think both are bona fide good causes, but the cause that's going to benefit the city the most at this point would be to upgrade Shadyside and to do the best we can with the money that we have as far as infrastructure. As I remember, our infrastructure requirements are in the millions, and so I'm not sure that 5,000 is going to make a whole lot of difference there. 50,000 or 100,000. But anyway, that's my comment.
Thank you. Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Menser,
No.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Okay, 9D, approve purchases and payment of invoices. Need a motion?
Move to approve the purchases and payments of invoices as presented.
Second.
Are there any questions, comments? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Menser,
Yes.
Consent agenda. Need a motion?
Move to approve consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Menser,
Yes.
Bunton,
Yes.
City manager's report.
The next regular city commission meeting will be held on Monday, February 6th at 7 p.m. A work session will be held prior to the meeting at, this is going to be changed to 5:30. It'll be held at 5:30 for discussion regarding the assessment of energy, utility, and operational efficiency at city buildings by Johnson Controls. Christmas trees will be collected by the city's refuse contractor on your regularly scheduled trash pickup day through January 27th. Please make sure the tree is bare and not in a plastic bag when placed at the curb for pickup. Two special events which were spoken of already this evening. The 12th Annual Chili Cook-Off Pub Crawl fundraiser will take place on Thursday, February 2nd from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. at various downtown bars and restaurants. All proceeds benefit the Anton Arts Center and the Mount Clemens Goodfellows. And also, the 12th Annual Mount Clemens Ice Carving Show will take place downtown on Friday, February 3rd through Sunday, February 5th. For more information on either event, please contact the Downtown Development Authority at 586-469-4168. And please consider donating to the city's MacArthur Park Clinton River project. The last day donations will be taken is January 28th. Please visit the city's website at www.cityofmountclemens.com for more information or to make a donation.
May I please add something
Sure.
to your report?
Sure.
There's, when you came in downstairs, there's a table set up for the Clinton River canoe for donations and information out there. Please take it and let other people know about it. It's, I think we're at about $32,000 or $33,000 right now, and we need to reach 60 by the 27th. Is that correct? 28th? And then we get matching funds, or we get 50, is it matching or 50? 50,000. So every little bit helps. So if you consider, when you stop on the way out, please take some information and share it with your neighbors. Appreciate it. Thank you. Commissioner comments. Commissioner Campbell.
First, I'd like to say a thank you to the beautification committee, to the winners, and all those who helped decorate their houses in Mount Clemens. There were some very nice ones. Also, I'm glad they gave the reports tonight because I almost forgot to pay my winter taxes. And lastly, the last meeting I had talked about, a resident had complained about some problem properties, and the city manager was going to be looking into that. That information has been presented, and she has been in contact with the sheriff department and community development so that we can remedy those problems. So thank you to all of them, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Hill.
I have just a few quick comments tonight. I'd like to thank all the department heads for their reports, always very interesting and informative. And thanks to the Beautification Committee for the Snowflake Awards. It is wonderful to see all the decorations go up in town, and it's also nice to have it recognized. So thank you for the work that you do. And next, I'd like to say happy birthday to Mayor Barb Dempsey, whose birthday was on January 13th.
Thank you.
And I heard that you had a good celebration. I hope that the coming year will hold many happy surprises.
Thank you.
Next, the Retirement Board of Trustees met on January 9th and received reports from David Sowerby from Loomis Sales and an actuarial report from our representative from Gabriel Roeder Smith and Company. Just as a brief summary, the city's investments, which pay for our retirees' pensions, did very well in 2016. At this time, our funded ratio is 100.5%. This is important because when our stocks and bonds do well, we do not have to draw from the general fund to pay pensions. We appreciate the excellent management of funds by Loomis and Sales and the foresight of previous city administrators and commissioners who were wise enough to set up these investments. Yesterday, we celebrated Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. In honor of Dr. King, I would like to share two of his thought-provoking quotes that are still very relevant today. The first one, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. And the second one, I'm going to read twice because it's also very thought-provoking. Nothing in the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. So I'm going to read that again. Nothing in the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. And with that, I will say have a good evening and a great week.
Thank you. Commissioner Menzer.
So I read this article in the Free Press on Friday the 13th talking about how the state budget officials have come up with $330 million in one-time money extra in the budget, in the 2018 budget. So part of that comes from higher than expected lottery sales. Some of that is from lower than expected Michigan business tax refunds. They refunded $880 million to businesses in tax refunds, but there's a $40 million surplus. And $50 million reverted to the state in unclaimed property. So I have some suggestions for that $330 million. I want our revenue sharing back. I want our infrastructure to be beefed up. I want the city's residents to not pay as much taxes. We're paying our taxes. How did these businesses get $880 million in tax breaks? That concerns me. So I'd like to see our roads improved. We've talked about the roads many times. Jones and Gallup and Lincoln and Grand and Smith and Crest and South all need repair. So let's see a little that come back to our local communities. We could do some fun things like put in energy efficient LED lightings in our neighborhoods. I just was shocked and quite frankly angry that there's a $330 million deficit or budget surplus when we are being taxed to death. So changing the subject, the Emerald Theater is going to host the Police Unity Tour on the 28th. It is a fundraiser for police officers who have and their families who have fallen in the line of duty. The Macomb County Sheriff Department and the Oakland County Sheriff Department, the Roseville, the Shelby, and the Sterling Heights departments are all participating in this event. There's going to be a band and DJ and food and be raffles and prizes and all kinds of things. So if you want to support the Emerald Theater and your local officers, please check into that. You can see me, you can see the Emerald, and it would be, I think, a very nice event.
Chesterfield.
And Chesterfield, thank you.
Don't want to be anybody else.
Yeah. In keeping with Commissioner Hill, I have a quote from Martin Luther King, and I think it's particularly fitting right now. True peace is not merely the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice. And that was from the Montgomery bus boycott, and that's a tip of the hat to John Lewis. Thank you.
Commissioner Button.
I'd like to thank the Beautification Committee and the lights. Probably no one in this city enjoys them more than my wife. She requires me to drive her through the city and look at the lights, and all I want to do is go home. But it's great. And my wife has some lights going up until at least the middle of January, so she's all into this. But thank you so much for recognizing those who do the work that they do and encouraging people to also get involved and do those things as well. Last meeting, I mentioned that there was help for seniors that were seeking assistance with snow removal. Unfortunately, it's not a free service, but Macomb County Office of Senior Services offers snow removal from November through March for a nominal cost, starting at $2 for incomes less than $6,000, all the way up to $18 for incomes at or above $47,776. Find out more about this service or sign up for it by calling 586-469-5228 or 586-469-6999. And I encourage you to take advantage of this, because these are funds that if you don't use them, the county will lose them. So those of you who have an opportunity to need having that snow removal, take advantage of that, please. Yesterday I attended the Macomb County Ministerial Alliance Martin Luther King breakfast, which featured good food and good company. The theme for the breakfast was safe policing in a diverse community. Guest speaker was County Sheriff, Chief Sheriff Anthony Wickersham, who laid out a reasonable plan to bring peace between the community and law enforcement. In short, his message suggested mutual respect and mutual accountability by both entities, so that police will stop killing citizens and citizens will stop killing police. Peace between all mankind was one of Martin Luther King's strongest beliefs and desires. So, with that, we'll move into the Commissioner Wisdom. These are also by Martin Luther King. We may have all come on different ships, but we are all in the same boat now. The next one, in the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends, both by Martin Luther King. And with that, we'll say a pleasant good night.
Thank you. Commissioner Ford.
Oh, I too would like to see something done with Shady Side, but it's going to have to take the neighborhood to get involved to get anything done. So Ruthie, get the neighborhood involved.
Okay. And with that, thank you. I just have one announcement here. Again, thank you for the Beautification Commission. Appreciate you taking the time to do what you do for our community. On February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, so I would think Mr. Emerson's going to have chocolate and roses for everyone who attends. He is having a talk at the library, Why We Can't Wait, Afro-Americans in Macomb County and the Nation, Then and Now. Mr. Emerson is going to present that, and it starts at 7 o'clock at the library. So if you get an opportunity, please attend, and ask him where the chocolate and roses will be. With that, we do have an exec session tonight, so I need a motion to go into exec.
Motion to go into exec?
Support.
Roll call.
Menser,
Yes.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to take a 5-minute recess. Need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Support.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed?